However, she added that Tencent has games that are out there, and they were like, yeah, that character needs to have bigger tits, or you need to make the skin lighter type of shit. Tencent is a Chinese technology and entertainment conglomerate that ranks as one of the most financially valuable companies in the world, providing services such as social networks, music, e-commerce, streaming, payment systems, and more. It's amongst the largest venture capital investment corporations, and it's... Why? What is this entire second half? By the way, they are glorious in their size and scope, and the things they accomplish are no small task. Yo, Lance, you made RT? What? No way. No way. All right. Well, we interrupt our Fox business getting trolled. Don't worry. It's coming up right afterwards to bring you breaking. Lance is famous. Okay, so I can add RT to the list of publications that have done articles on me. Newsweek, I was on the cover of Newsweek for the Alpha Freedom Friends, for bringing to the attention of everybody the wonders of the Alpha Freedom Friends. So here's a new one. Well, how about I give everyone a quick background? I'll play the clip one more time, just because I was on LSF and I never knew this interview was going to be quite as controversial as it was, but here we go. So let me catch everybody up. Let's do a quick background to what happened. So yesterday, I interviewed Alanah Pearce, a wonderful interview about a whole bunch of things about working in the video game industry. She is a video game writer for Santa Monica Studios, so she was telling me what the process is like, what it's like to be a writer in a major video game company. And then I wanted to talk to her about a whole bunch of things that lefties, the only thing lefties ever concerned themselves with, of course, you all know it, it was going to be idpol, social justice warrior stuff, you know, LGBTQ plus stuff. I was just going to bring up all, but I genuinely wanted to ask her what her thoughts are on the fact that, you know, Microsoft is acquiring Activision Blizzard, because I, for one, am not really a huge fan of just monstrous monopolies becoming even more powerful monopolies, and the fact that they are going to be doing this. Like, I just don't want them to go the way that Disney is going, where Disney is eventually going to own all media. So I would rather Microsoft doesn't own all video game companies. And I brought that up to Alanah, and Alanah had this to say, which was very interesting, and something we don't talk about a lot, which is the power of Tencent as a corporation as well.
And owning the industry. They also have like a bunch of problematic shit. I have a friend who had a film that was offered to be made by Tencent or funded by Tencent, and they were like, no black people, bigger tits.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like a lot of like rules that they have that
okay.
Yeah, that I think also has had a hand in, you know, some AAA games. Again, I don't want to speak on any of this because I'm so worried about getting sued by Tencent, but this is what I've heard, rumors, not sure if any of this is true. But, you know, like even games that are out where they were like, yeah, that character needs to have bigger tits, or you need to make her skin lighter type shit.
Wow.
That, again, I know that more of the film industry, and that's outside of content that's like, no ghosts. They have just like weird rules like that, but I think we should be way more concerned about Tencent than we should be about Microsoft, and then even then the second biggest company in terms of revenue, I believe, is.
So that was a clip that was on LSF, and then apparently that's blown up into a story that is now on RT. So let's read. Chinese entertainment giant accused of wanting bigger tits and no blacks in a film it funded. Chinese gaming and entertainment giant rumored to have some unusual rules for content it splashed his money on. In an interview with the Serfs, writer and journalist Alanah Pearce discussed her experiences working in the entertainment industry and claimed that the Chinese gaming giant Tencent has a bunch of problematic shit, and shared some rules for the company is rumored to have set out in a film it was funding. I have a friend who had a film that was offered to be made by Tencent or funded by Tencent, and they were like, no black people and bigger tits. Like a lot of rules that I think also have a hand in, you know, some AAA games, said Pearce. She followed up by stating that she was reluctant about sharing any more specific details in fear of being sued by Tencent, and that she knew only of rumors. Oof, this is an interesting interesting way of putting it. No, she was very careful in the way she was speaking at the time and was like, I just want to be sure that everyone is aware that I'm not claiming that this is a substantiated claim. I'm just saying that I've heard rumors to the effect of claiming that she wasn't sure of if any of it was true. However, she added that Tencent has games that are out there and they were like, yeah, that character needs to have bigger tits or you need to make the skin lighter type of shit. Tencent is a Chinese technology and entertainment conglomerate that ranks as one of the most financially valuable companies in the world, providing services such as social networks, music, e-commerce, streaming, payment systems, and more. It's amongst the largest venture capital investment corporations, and it's what is this entire second half? By the way, they are glorious in their size and scope, and the things they accomplish are no small task. It's amongst the largest venture capital investment corporations, and its gaming division has seen the company become one of the largest video game vendor after heavily investing in the video game industry and buying out major stakes in several big name studios and publishers such as Riot Games, Supercell, and Funcom. Tencent also has stakes in companies like Activision Blizzard, Epic Games, and Ubisoft. The rapid growth of the company has seen Tencent face accusations of monopolistic practices. So, what we have going on here, obviously, is that I've said this before, multinational corporations, they're not really, they don't have a lot of national pride in that they're not going to take the glory of the American empire, if you are a company like IBM or Coca-Cola, for example, over the corporate interests of the corporation itself. And we make that accusation frequently in regards to American companies. If it's made in relation to a Chinese company, it seems that the same people who may be, I guess, leftist in the I don't want monopolies side of things become a little bit upset because we're going after a Chinese company instead of an American one. Seems to be it. Let's read the comments on RT. Ooh, do we dare? All right, let's do it. When its ethnic division's being stoked, you can be sure it isn't China that is the origin of those tropes. I hope China reconsiders. They should allow African blacks. Some of them, like Ethiopians, are gorgeous. They look European with darker skin. I think China got its priorities wrong. They should insist on no Jews in their movies they sponsor. That's the third comment. I'm 3 comments in. That was the third fucking comment. Fourth comment. Oh, sorry, 5th comment. Gotta do my due justice. No one likes blacks. Even blacks don't like blacks. People and companies can spend their money as they please and say sir to no one. I'm sure companies did its market research and found that its customers had preferences they would enjoy seeing in movies. It has zero to do with racism. It's not racism, it's business, okay? It's just business. Sorry, that's the next line. It's simple business. I don't know if I want to scroll down any further. I think I think I've had enough here. I think I've had a taste, a soupçon, if you will, of what the audience is. Wow. Well, you know, guess I should let the world know that I'm now famous. Oh no, people are gonna take this the wrong way. There's so many ways people are gonna take this. They're gonna be like, "What? Lance said this." Lance is all grown up now. We are so proud of you. Now no one can accuse me of being CIA. No, this is exactly what they will accuse me of being CIA. That's why I'm holding off on hitting the tweet, because I'm pretty sure that immediately if I tweeted something like that, and this is all you see as a headline, Chinese entertainment giant accused of wanting bigger tits and no blacks in a film, because I never said these things, but that's the way it's going to be misconstrued. Yeah, I gotta think of a better way to do this. I'll think of a better way to word that. But this isn't like I no longer am CIA. This is like I am now hyper CIA. Like now the correlation is complete. Like Caleb's going to be all over this. It's going to be that like CIA funded pro-imperialist synthetic left serfs have effectively been accusing a Chinese corporation of racism without any substantiated claims, clearly, you know, trying to tarnish them. And like at the end of the day, it's going to be like, this is the middle of an interview, you know? TGG will accuse me of being a tanky. No, that I disagree with, because if anything, this is going to be, I think this is something that tankies are going to get really mad at me for, because they're going to think that I was intentionally trying to spread, again, which is so weird. It's like, I don't understand where their leftism begins and ends if it's that, like, yes, multinational corporations that take advantage of their workers and humanity as a whole for profit, bad. But as long as it's an American company, I think that's it. Nah, GGG just thinks I'm an idiot. Yeah, DGG thinks I'm an idiot. I know that. And in many ways I am. But everyone, you should be very self-aware. I hope that the measurement of intelligence. A lot of people seem to think that they are a lot more clever than they are. Whereas I'm self-aware that I'm a fool. Plausible deniability. You didn't say it. Your interview guest is. That doesn't matter for the headline though. Did you see the headline? Look at the headline. Like, this is all anyone will see. Chinese entertainment giant accused of wanting bigger tits and no plans. Well, I guess I'll wait to see what Caleb says about this. All right, let's hold off. I think we're too excited, but I am curious what Caleb has to say about this. I'm sure he's going to be very excited. The worlds are colliding. So Newsweek RT, what's next? Who's the next publication? You know what's funny is, I don't know if you've heard the story. I applied for checkmark because I had heard that you can monetize your videos on Twitter. So I was like, oh sweet, I can actually make money from my posts instead of making nothing and just giving all the money to Jack Dorsey. But it didn't unlock anything in terms of me being able to monetize it. But to get a checkmark, you have to prove that you are of journalistic worth, or like you are newsworthy, basically. So you have to give them links to articles that have you in it. So had I not had a checkmark, I probably would have used that RT article at some point and been like, oh, I'm cited in RT, as you see here. That's it.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we beseech thee to smite down our enemies. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble court jesters, here to amuse you. To our lords, Trevor R., we give thanks for this spit of land for us to eke out this meager existence. To our knights, Merid, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Ellie Leslie, Alex P., Brandon, Words Greenwood, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Val 9000, Jenna Tall, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multi Mondi, Trevor Yanis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Cern 42, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our flag in a veil, and we salute you, our friends.